Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Man of 1,004 Bumps. We have a bit of a new camera angle, as you can see. Unfortunately, the machinery that was holding my phone previously broke due to the weather, and now we've got a new one that sits lower down, so it's going to catch more of a higher angle. Aside from that, I do apologise for no episode last week. Unfortunately, I had technical difficulties with the episode, and despite the fact that we filmed one, I couldn't get it uploaded to YouTube or to anything. Essentially, the whole video file was corrupted and couldn't do anything with it. Last week was a bit of a nightmare for me, aside from the unaired episode. We sort of got feedback on our match, which essentially we were told that we had to change a lot of the parts, and considering we've been working on it for the past sort of 3 weeks with no one telling us otherwise, that was really quite disappointing. And to just hear that from one of the guys was a little bit upsetting. But we've sort of come to a place where we took on what they said without sort of burning the entirety of the fight that we've written. The start of the match at least has changed a lot, but we worked on that a lot today, getting that and trying to work in towards the psychology that they're telling us to have the match in, which, I mean, what they were saying was valid. It was hard to hear that after 3 weeks, and we thought we had like a really good fight planned out. A lot of people were sort of telling us that had seen sort of the dry run throughs that the match was looking really good, and I thought it was just a matter of working on a few of the things that we needed to do. But look, we've still kept it quite basic in what we're doing, but it's still, I actually think that the new things that we've written for the match are actually better than what we had. And I've been watching a lot of old wrestling to sort of try and steal some ideas and borrow some things that they used to do in the olden days of wrestling to get more of that psychology. And that's good. There's not much filming. Everyone's pretty into doing their own matches, so I really don't want to film much from other people's matches, because we're going to have a massive episode related just to that. So there's only a few things to talk about now. Aside from that, everything is continuing like normal. We're still making changes here and there to the run-up of the match, and we're still practicing sort of the run-throughs and the different spots that we're trying to work on and that we still need to do. There's still a few things that we probably still need to work on, but aside from that, it's pretty much completed, and it'll just be about making sure that our techniques for each of the moves and going between the moves is set so that we're ready come the day of the show, which is less than a month now. So it's getting closer to around a month now before the show. So that's something we look forward to. I guess we also had a conversation today about what's been going on in the WWE regarding Jinder Mahal and things like that. That was to start the session today. We spoke about why the WWE has done that, sort of the thing about people saying stuff about that, like why it's not necessarily important. But I've gotten to work, so in the episode here, I'll put some of the footage that I have taken from training at the end of this video so you can see a bit. Specifically not fight related stuff, but a few I think it's one sort of move that I was trying out. But yeah, hope you enjoy. That's all for this week. Next week we won't have it because there's no training next week, I believe. There's only one training next week because of the holidays, or even after I said that there wouldn't be any more disruptions like this. There is, hopefully this is the last time in the lead up to the show. And yeah, that's about it. I'm going to keep on working on the match. Like I said, I'm going to keep on trying to get footage from training. This is going to be the new camera angle that 1,000 foot bumps has fallen down.